topic which we'll be discussing is very basic idea about cybercrime and cyber laws of India and very basics regarding that. And as you all know, we are all nowadays we are all related to the virtual space as such. Nobody is devoid of it. Even the one belonging to the lower strata or one belonging to the higher strata, there is no disparity as such. And everyone is interconnected to the cyberspace, to the virtual world as such. And it is like a need of the hour. Nobody can live without it. That is the condition, or that is the situation now at hand. So basically, so what exactly dealt by Newton Lee is very accurate and very correct as such, and that is we ourselves has to keep the responsibility of getting being or having the security aspect as such. We must be secure in the virtual world in dealing with the virtual space or any person on the other side of the virtual space. So as you all know, the invention of computer has made the life of humans easier, and it has been using for various purposes, starting from the individual to large organization across the globe. And most computers users are utilizing the computer for the variant purpose, either for the personal benefit or for other benefits since decades. And we cannot give a straightjacket formula or definition for cybercrime as such, and there is no, we cannot do it. We have to combine so many elements as such for defining what exactly is a cybercrime as such. Basically, here the major element or major entity or major tool attached, unlike the physical world, the major tool attached with cybercrime is definitely the digital device as such, or the target is either the digital device, the digital tool, or the information system as such. So basically here, unlike the physical offense or physical crime, here the act is conducted without any connection, without a direct face-to-face connection with the victim. The offender is conducting or exhibiting a crime as such. And here usually takes place in the virtual space, in the using the computer systems or computer networks are getting attacked. And here comes also the place, parallelly there comes the role of cyber law or cyber governing the cyberspace law, governing the cyberspace is also there in picture. And basically we cannot, I have said that we cannot in one statement we cannot define what exactly is a cyber crime as such here, but the object, the material object involved in a cyber crime is a computer data or system as such. So basically there are illegal acts being conducted, and the target tool is either a information system or a digital device or a digital tool as such, or the combination, or all three can be used. And a cybercrime is also referred to as electronic crime, computer related crimes, e-crimes, high technology crimes, information age crimes as such. And this particular, basically we can define any crime that is taking place over an electronic systems or information systems. In a very general rubric, we can say what is a cybercrime as such. So basically here the depending on due to the random or the rapid development of internet or usage of internet, the volume, even the technicality or sophistication of the cyber crimes has also increased. That is, we don't need a physical space to commit a cyber crime. That is, in any part of the world, anyone with a digital device can attack any other persons or victims device without even without any kind of other basic formalities. It can happen in any point of time, even in the midnight or when you're sleeping. That can happen. So there is no direct contact with the victim or with the offender. Unlike if physical crime, there will be direct contact. The persons will be knowing each other. But in case of a cyber crime, these two persons will not be knowing each other. They won't know who exactly is person, the other hand or the other side. They don't know who exactly they are. So basically, there exists, or there is also a chance of that is countries having weaker cyber laws are majorly targeted, because the offenders we can easily come out of the chances of being committed or conduct victimated or offended as the cyber criminal. And because the chances of detection prosecution is less in a country having a weaker cyber law, the offenders will be targeting those jurisdictions than the one having a country having a stronger cyber law. So the only solution for this, one of the major solution for this is having a strong, basic, very comprehensive cyber law for detangling with this. And there is also a time series with respect to this evolution of cybercrime as such. And basically, the first recorded cybercrime happened in 1834 with respect to a robbery happened in the French telegraph system, and the information was stolen, which was considered as the first cyber attack. And it was also, and the history is getting repeated, and also more serious cyber crimes are happening throughout the world as such. So we can see this presently starting from the Morse code bomb to the ransomware virus to the malicious emails, and now it is like a banking malware, phone hijacking, Android hacks, cyber warfare, affecting the whole country's sovereignty. Such crimes are happening when we analyze the time frame of which all other cyber crimes as such. So basically, when we analyze the classification of cybercrime, we can divide it into three. That is, cybercrimes happening against individual, cybercrime happening against an organization, cybercrime can happen against society as such, and also against property, cybercrimes can happen. So, what exactly is cybercrimes that is happening against individual? There is a few cybercrimes that can happen against individual. One is email spoofing. Email spoofing. What happens is that this technique is a forgery of an email header, because when when the person sees a genuine or actual source email is getting appeared in their mailbox, they tend to open it. But when they open it, it will be a spam or something, or it will not be from a legitimate source. So the spammers try to deceive the mail in such a way that it is from a legitimate source as such. So next, there can also happen spamming. Spamming nowadays is very common in these days. That is like a junking of mails into one's email, portal as such, and through mass message and through email. And it is like it is on a old. It is being happening through mid 1990s, and it has causing a serious shutdown of the servers and all that has happened. And basically, the recipient email addresses are obtained by bots, and which are automated programs that crawls the internet in such search of email addresses. And spammers try to typically send millions of email addresses will be searched through these spam bots, and mails will be sent accordingly. And another kind of cybercrime that happens against individual is cyber defamation. Cyber defamation, like physical in the physical world, defamation happens in cyber defamation. In through cyberspace, individual reputations will be affected, and the purpose of making defamatory statement is bringing down to the reputation of the concern or target individual assets. There is also internet relay chat crime. That is, people are using single window, single platform for a room space for chatting with each other, and cyber criminals try to basically meet up with anonymously try to meet up people, and hackers uses it for discussing their techniques. And also even pedophiles are there, which utilizes small children for are getting targeted with respect to internet relay chat crime as such. And basically the offenders try to win confidence and later starts to harass them either sexually or emotionally, or blackmail them, and try to start threatening to upload victims photographs, nude photographs, or abusive photographs or video on the internet. Basically, pedophiles also there with respect to harassing children for their own benefits. And basically also there are other kind of internet relay chat rooms where fake jobs and fake lottery and earning money, that is also happening. And next comes phishing. Phishing is also like the type of crime where the fraud attackers try to gain information such as login information or accounts information by, like, they'll be masking up as a reputable individual or entity in various communication channels or in email. And some other crimes are also in place, that is net extortion, hacking, indecent exposure, trafficking, distribution, posting, credit card, malicious code, etc. And that is with respect to crimes against individual assets. So next comes a division of crimes against property that can happen with respect to even the intellectual property as such. Basically, mainly intellectual property as such includes vandalism of computers as also there. That is one set of crime against property, and another is with respect to intellectual property crimes that is happening, which includes software piracy, copyright infringement, trademark infringement. With respect to software piracy, it can be described as the copying of software unauthorizedly, and copyright infringement, it can be described as infringement of an individual's or organization's copyright. And in simple terms, it is like using of copyright materials unauthorizedly, that is using of music, software, text without any license or without any authorization as such. And also trademark infringement is also happening, which is also like infringement of service mark or trademark unauthorizedly without the permission, without the genuine legal permission. Such crimes can happen with respect to crime, that is with under the cyber crimes against property. They can also happen cyber crimes against organization, that is a serious of a serious nature, is unauthorized changing or deleting the data, reading or copying of confidential information unauthorizedly, the data neither being changed nor deleted. Okay, and the major one is denial of service or DOS attack, where a huge unnecessary flooding of servers, systems, and network with traffic in order to overwhelm the victim's resources and make it infeasible or difficult to use a particular service. For the smoother use of service is happening with respect to DOS attack. In email bombing also, it is a type of net abuse, where the huge number of emails are being sent in order to overflow, flood, like spamming, flood the mailbox with mails, or to flood the servers where the email address is. And salami attack also happening. Salami attack is it's a serious attack where it's also known as salami slicing as such. In this attack, the attackers use online database in order to seize customers' information like bank details, credit card details, etc. And very little amount will be taken out from the victim's account. No complaint is being filed because the packers remain free from detection, as the clients remain unaware of their slicing, because they'll be unaware that the small amount is being detected from their account. They'll be unaware of that particular fact. Then comes the third category, that is cyber crimes against society. Cyber crimes against society includes majorly forgery, that is using false documents, signature, currency, revenue stamps. And webjacking also happens, it is using a fake website, and the victims, when tries to enter a legitimate or the genuine website, they will be automatically led to the fake website, and a link will be appearing with them, and they will be like it can also lead to changing their access and controls of another website, or even victims web page can be seriously affected. So basically, at this point of juncture, there comes a serious role played by cyber law, that is regulating the cyberspace in this new epoch of technology. And it is important to understand these activities and transactions, because technology is advancing in a very high speed. We cannot catch up with it. So law has to go about like beyond that. It is very difficult, because changing, amending laws is a very tedious task, and it takes a lot of time. So, but cyber laws, we need to take some necessary action with dealing with that. So basically, we got the IT Act 2000, which basically deals with digital crimes, cyber crimes, electronic commerce as such. That is, it is basically it is based on the United Nations Model Law on Electronic Commerce. It is a unilateral model law recommended by the General Assembly of United Nations by a resolution dated 30 January 1997. And basically, it is for now for validating so many transactions that is happening electronically. Digital signatures are given validity with respect to it, and even digital certificates are given validity, which is given by the certifying authorities, and even e-governance are given validity by this particular IT Act. And any communication that is between even the government companies through digital mode is also a matter of concern, and it is identified by this enactment of IT Act 2000. And we also got the IT Act amendment. And basically, I'll be dealing with very basics of the sections dealing with how to deal with some of the cyber crimes as such. We got provision and IT Act Section 65, which basically deals with that if a person is intentionally or knowingly destroying or concealing or is changing any computer source code that is used for a computer program, computer system, or computer network, there is a punishment under this particular act, that is like a 3-year imprisonment and or with a fine is there. And section 66 is there, which is basically section 66 is also dealing with hacking crime of hacking. And here it is like if a person is like with the intention of destroying or causing loss or damage or deleting or altering any information that resides in a public or any person's computer, or diminishes its utility, value, or affects it injuriously, that causes a process of the crime of hacking. Here also punishment is there with respect to this. There is 3 years imprisonment or with a fine of 2 lakhs. Even there is section 66A, which deals with sending offensive messages. That happens rampantly. That is every day that happens. And threatening messages having threatening character, harassing character, annoying, inconvenience, causing danger, insult, obstruction, injury, criminal intention, enmity, hatred, any kind of such messages when it is being sent through virtual medium, that can be attracted under this section. And there is also punishment for that, 3 years imprisonment along with fine is there. And section 66B basically attracts with respect to if a person is dealing with stolen, like theft. We got physical world, we got theft like that. In virtual world, if a person is involved in digital device, stealing of digital device or using of stolen device, then there is also retaining of stolen device. There is a reason to believe that is not to him. He knows it is not him intentionally. If he does that, then that is also a crime under IT Act. Punishment is there. Here also 3 years of imprisonment and a fine of 1 lakh rupees is there. Moving on, like we also have identity theft. Identity theft, the theft in the sense that we know that IT Act has validated the digital signature or electronic signature or like unique identification passcodes are there, and if a person is intentionally interrupting into or using these for any other purpose without the permission, then that is causing making him like a user or owner of that particular signature, and making people believe that he is the owner, then that is also identification theft as such. There is also punishment for that, 3 years imprisonment and fine is also there. And also we got section 66D, which basically that is personification or personation through any communication device or computer resource. And that is cheating is happening here, because in the name of one's person doing some other activity, very much illegal activity is being done to the virtual space. That is also a kind of cyber crime, and that can be sentenced either with the term which makes into 3 years and with a fine which can extend to 1 lakh rupees. Section 66E is very important as such now, present scenario is concerned, because it deals with privacy issues and violation of privacy issues, and basically with the intention of publishing and transmitting and capturing of images, that is very private images of a person without his or her consent. A person does that, that is a very serious offense under this particular act, and we can and the person will be sentenced to 3 years of imprisonment or a fine accordingly. Next, very serious offense, it can affect the institution or sovereignty as such, that is a cyber terrorism, which can be threatening the integrity, unity and sovereignty, or even security, or striking terror among the people or among any group of people by denying to any people to access computers or attempting to break in or access the computer resources without any authorization. Such kind of activities can be considered as a cyber terrorism. And also introducing computer contaminants to like computers and network system, causing damage or disruption of supply or services that are essential to the life of people or unfavorably affect the critical information system. That is with respect if a government service is being affected, government server is being affected, that is all coming under cyber terrorism. Or even accessing the computer resources of a government institution or a sovereign institution coming under the sovereign without the authorization or exceeding the authorized access and obtaining access to it and causing any serious harm to the security of the state or foreign relations or any restricted database or any information with the reason to believe that those data of information That is, it can definitely, if you tamper with it, it can cause the injury to the interest of independence and integrity of a country. Then that comes under the ambit of cyber terrorism. Here, the punishment is lifetime because it is a very serious crime. Cyber terrorism is a very serious crime, and Section 6 also deals with transferring punishment. We can be attracted with when a person is involved in publishing obscene materials in electronic form, and it is also very serious because when a person first convict, if a person is first doing it for the first time, he'll be liable for a punishment of 5 years, and if subsequently he commit, he have to undergo imprisonment for 10 years. And 67A is also very important nowadays because it is like affecting the privacy in one way, because transmitting or publishing of sexually explicit contents without the consent, here also the same kind of punishment is getting attracted. And 67B is very very serious because it is affecting the children. Pedophiles are there and they're involved in depicting children in sexually explicit manner in the virtual space. Here also the punishment, if a person commit for the first time, it is 5 years, and for the second time it will be like 7 years, and the fine will go up to 10 lakh rupees. So basically, these are the very basic sections, the very basic sections which when a person is committing cyber crime in Indian jurisdiction, this sections can be targeted or can be attracted. And also, we so basically, and also we got sections with respect to authorization, giving authority to different intermediaries and different personals and different government organizations for issuing orders for blocking any kind of public access or information or through any computer resource or any kind of, for example, we know the internet shutdown has happened, right, in Jammu Kashmir. So such powers are also given to the government for doing it. So basically, as part of the world, cybercrime could be originated passing national boundaries over the internet, creating both technical and legal complexities. So basically, the only thing we can do is it is yeah, the only thing we can do is we individual have to be responsible for installing sufficient antivirus software to our computers, and also cyber law has to be very strong with respect to jurisdiction for taming this cyber crime, and even the investigation process should be smoother in sense, and a harmonized law should be there in place that can only do with curbing the cyber crimes as such. So thank you so much.